Okay, so there's new FLVS policies, and this is just a quick reminder about feedback. So I wanted to kind of get into this with you guys. Here we go. So feedback essentials. Don't forget that you definitely need to make sure that you have a student greeting with the student's name. That's very, very important. Be specific about what the student did well in the assignment. If it is a resubmission, please acknowledge how they improved and where they could still improve if needed. Be specific about where the student could improve, and then finishing with another positive feedback at the end. Make sure also that you have the teacher's signature. This is absolute. Please make sure that you include your last name. That's actually the most essential, okay? Failed exams, this is absolutely not a requirement for you to let me know. So administrative approval is no longer needed in order to issue the student's grade or to reset a failed exam. So please just make sure that the student has an overall passing grade, has passed each of the discussion-based assessments because that's still a requirement, and then students do not need to pass the final exam in order to receive credit. So that's good news. And then next, this is the big one, collaborations are no longer mandatory. Students are not required to complete the collaborations. A student may choose to complete it for full credit, for 100% of the grade, or they may have it exempt. You can have conversation with the student if they are needing to improve their final grade at the very end. You can have it re-enabled and then give them an opportunity to complete the collaboration project to bring up their grade if necessary. So during your monthly call or your welcome call, you can ask the student if they wish to have the collaboration assignment exempted. It will not negatively impact their grade, because if you exempt just like anything else, it just takes that out of the final calculation for the grade. Students can always have the assignment re-enabled for their overall grade if their overall grade actually falls out of good standing. So just remember that. That's not a big deal. So again, make sure that you have the feedback essentials to make sure that we have positive, constructive feedback, and then end your conversation with the students with another positive feedback, so that they end on a good note. It's really important to give them that constructive feedback, but then end on a positive note at all costs. So just remember these tips. The next one, remember that failed exams are no longer requiring the administrative approval, and the student can actually pass the course with a failed exam. But they cannot fail the discussion-based assessments. Those are still a requirement. And then collaboration projects are no longer mandatory. So great news. Make sure that you take note of this. And if you have any questions, please let us know.